Yes, guys, President here, T Television, the one and only exclusive on the road, risky roads, yeah, morning cuppa time, Sunday footy. Right then, guys, post-match analysis for Billy versus Kyza, 2-all. Great, shit game, guys, be honest, right, terrible game. Team Kyza battered Billy's team from start to finish, minus the two lapse in concentration and a bit of luck, but again, that's Sunday footy for you. You can't take your foot off the gas for 1 second in that whole 90 minutes. And it got shown that, Billy's team took a surprise 2-0 lead against the run of play both times. But, Kaiser's team battled well to make it 2-all and should have won it, could have won it. But again, the quality of football let Team Kyza down. What to mention, guys? First thing, Kyza, right, you did mess up, right? You could have easily won that game in the first half hour, 45 minutes. The game would have been over, even though they had the best defense, and their defense did play well. But when they got tested in the right areas, they were still vulnerable. Hence, Rizzy got chances earlier on. Shai had a few chances. So they were there to be opened up. But Rizzy failed to hit the target, and really, from the range that he should have scored, and you guys should have been ahead. But my point is, you're playing Kyza, right? Or anyone now. If you guys play wingers, then you can't have a lone striker with his back to goal, and you can't whip the cross into him. It's not going to work. He is covered by, say, Doc, Billy, and a defensive mid. He's got his back turned on to goal. He can't even jump up for the ball, and when he does jump up for the ball, all he can do is lay it off to someone, but there's no one close to him to lay it off. So if you're going to play wing play, your wingers need to get down the wing. They need to cut it back or cut it across, and then the key to the successful wing play is you need midfielders arriving from deep who are unmarked and not picked up to tap it in. If you ain't going to do that, you're going to struggle. That's why, even though Bo done really well on the wing, he done his business. But there was no one in the box for him. And if the Klosnich, and I can't remember who else was in the centre, were very static. So they stayed on the halfway line. So it was only Rizzy in the box. Shai, he's very good running-wise with the ball. But again, his delivery as a winger is flipping terrible. He couldn't lay anywhere. So again, you're limited. So Kyza, as soon as Bo went central, it opened up more. Yeah, he missed a few chances, but the game opened up. Rizzy was a bit harder to mark then as well. So, if you had started with Bo and Rizzy, last two men, trust me, you would have wiped the floor with them. But never mind. But Billy, 10 out of 10 for confidence and effort. Shai did give you a bit of a hard time at the beginning. But again, pace is pace. Anyone is no problem. The passing again, guys, by both teams was terrible, right? Oranges, not that bad. Klosnich, bro, at times your passing was diabolical. If there again, a few lapses. Vidic, so. Ethan, don't even go there. Zarek, I didn't see you complete a pass. Asad, right, I don't think you touched the ball for the first 12 or 14 minutes as I was watching the game. I don't know what happened. On your report, you said you had a better second half. I didn't see no betterness of anywhere. All I could remember is everyone shouting at you, saying, get rid of it, get rid of it. Even Doc lost his temper with you. So that says that all. Nemo was your best striker, midfielder, defensive midfielder, and winger all in one. So, he's taken the position of 4 players there. Another thing, right, guys, I'm noticing, I mean, we know we're not professionals or anything like that. But even though, for example, Klosnich, his passing most of the time was poor, right? He was passing to thin air, he was very casual. But at least he made an effort. So at least he would get the ball, look up, control it, hold it, and make the effort to pass. Okay, 9 times out of 10 he'd mess up, but still he'd make a pass. But, players like Ethan, Saj, Buckers, Tullet, and who else was it? There was another one. Saj, Buckers, Tullet, Ethan, and Asad. Right, guys, you 5, I don't see the point in you lot turning up because you don't even make an effort to do anything, so if you got the ball, you won't even attempt to pass it. So you won't even attempt to kick it or go for a shot. You'll just stand there and just like do nothing. Especially in this game. So I mean, U5, it was like having 13 players on the pitch. That's how bad it was. At least make an effort. So, you see a through ball, make the effort of the through ball. If it doesn't come off, it doesn't come off. At least the ball is moving. At least try pinging it. But yeah, it was terrible. And like Ishii did rightfully predict, this week's game is back to normal Sunday footy standard. We minus Kyle and minus Terrell, right? And the Deadwood and the Deadbeats all coming back in this week from the wedding and all sorts, right? This was exactly how Sunday footy shouldn't be played. So, guys, I wouldn't recommend you to watch this game, or all the youngsters or all the budding Sunday footy wannabe superstars to watch this game. Last week's game, we had plenty to talk about. It was a positive, good day for Sunday footy, and we could talk about it. But today, game-wise, there's nothing really much to highlight, just the Sunday footy atmosphere and the buzz. So that's that. Couple of funny moments in the game, guys. Rizzy, your shorts, bro. You look like I mentioned earlier, like a safety patrol on site. Did you nick them of one of your Somali brothers? Because there was a few warriors around Plantagenet Street the other night, bro, gathered around. I think they want their shorts back, but you couldn't see you on the pitch, bro. It was just like bright orange, and the rest was pitch black. All good, Riz. Ethan, your slip was pure funny at the beginning. I don't know if you're nursing a hangover or what, or maybe it's that haircut from the army base, but something wasn't right with you, Ethan. I mean, I didn't think you completed a pass. It was hilarious watching it. But yeah, hopefully next week now. That was just like a wake-up call for you. Another funny moment, guys, was Buckers. He come out of goals, and I'm sure he high-fived the whole team one by one. All the 17 players outside, he high-fived everyone, and he hadn't even scored. He only come out of goals. But long live Buckers. What else? Zarek, your passing, mate. I swear to God, I didn't see you complete a pass. You were hoofing the ball everywhere. A simple pass forward, you couldn't do it. But typical Zarek. Saj, you had another big curse when you got the ball run down the corner flag, and you crossed it, and you were like, fucking somebody make a run. That sums the game up, Saj. I mean, that's what you were playing with all game, so it don't matter. A couple of notable performances. I think Burby deserves a mention, not just because he's my favourite, but again, he adapted well at left back. And the main thing with Burby is he exploited the space. So as a fullback, you got to know when to go up and when to come back. And at times, he went up once and he whipped in very good crosses, better than Shahid at times. Even though he was overlapping Shahid most of the game, he did whip in dangerous crosses. But again, there was only Rizzy to aim for. So Burby, well done. Keep up the good work, mate, whether you play forward or wing back. Just keep doing the same thing. Who else had a decent game? Obviously, Bo, his passing was spot on. He played well, Bo. But even if you played on a wing or in the centre, you played well. Nemo, again, done 4 people's job on his team. Carried his team, basically, for most of the game. Again, if he had played striker, yeah, he wouldn't have got the ball. But I reckon if the chances that would have broken out to him, he would have scored. So maybe that was another consideration for Billy. He didn't really change much. Who else? Kyza, all right. Klosnich, 10 out of 10 for effort, but bro, that passing was terrible. If they're getting better, I'd say. Vich, so again, 50-50. Assad, terrible. Ethan, don't even go there. Rizzy, you're starting to find your feet. I mean, yeah, I wouldn't get too overconfident like you always do, but you did miss some sitters. But again, your passing and your link-up play was better. I mean, I really liked the part where you'd pick the ball up and you'd lay it off to someone and then bang, you'd run in. So, you were leaving Doc and you'd open up a bit of space. So, very well noted there for you, Rizzy. Keep doing the same. Also, when the wingers are crossing it in, right, Riz, you need to be facing towards goal and not your back towards. Because when your back is towards the goal, the defenders can easily do it, especially with wide wingers. So, look forward, right? Ishii, good wicked commentary, some amazing comments, and you reffed in one, can't fault you. You did miss 1 or 2 maybe free kicks. I mean, Billy's badge on Bo should have been a yellow. Billy slide as well. If that was inside the area, perfect penalty decision miss. Good yellow calls, can't fault them. But other than that, you were top notch. And what else, guys? So, yep, Ethan and Shaq next week. And also, guys, yep, you're wearing studs. You got to deal with the consequences, yeah. I mean, Doc's coming up with all these AGs are made for artificial grounds and whatever. But yeah, we don't, that's irrelevant. The reason why studs are banned is simply for health and safety reasons. You know, we're not talking about what's suitable or what's made for which surface. Yeah, in a normal world, studs are sufficient and allowed, and they're made for them services. But with the donkeys that we have on Sunday Footy, health and safety is our utmost important. So again, you know, for the better of everyone, we've decided long time ago, no studs, you know, unless, you know, in circumstances for certain individuals. But again, everyone's been addressed. So like I've said to everyone, guys, you know, if you don't agree with anything from Sunday Footy, then just simply, you don't have to turn up. I mean, I don't force you to play. You know, you turn out of your own goodwill. If you don't want to play, or if you're not happy with the rules for any reason, then happy days. You know, you can come and watch, or you can catch us on YouTube, or whatever. I mean, there's plenty of people waiting to get in. What else, guys? I think that's about it. Nothing much to really talk about on this day. All I could to finish off with, all I can say is the deadbeats were back. They played a big part in the demise of Sunday Footy this week, and let's see what happens next week. Over and out, guys. Bye bye.